Let's get that zoomed out. Perfect. Okay, so day one of some actual work with the Spitfire. Hopefully going to drag this frame outside today, get it set up on axle stand and start basically just going over it to see what needs to be fixed, what needs to be removed, etc., and hopefully get to work on filing and grinding all that down. So I'm going to set the camera up over there so I can get a good angle of pulling everything out to keep you all in the loop basically. But it's a pretty hot day, surprisingly, and these overalls are making me very hot, so I'm already out of breath. I haven't even done anything, but yeah, let's get to work. There we go. Oh, I should have moved it further forward. A lot further forward. So we can still shut the garage door afterwards. Okay, so let me lower this camera down a bit. There's better oaks. Right, so I'm still in frame just about. So that weighs a lot. I know I'm not exactly the strongest person, you know, but anyway, so I've got the chassis up on these axle stands now, which allow me to, one, have a better look at it because it's the first time I've had it out in natural daylight, and two, it allowed me to strip off some of the bits that I'm inevitably going to have to remove anyway, so that we can start sanding it down, which hopefully will be happening in the next 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm going to go and get the toolkit and start taking off the bits and bobs like the turret top, etc., that need to come off. Take off the back axle stand and move it further forward. Beans out as well. upstairs. Inside. Yeah. The bad news is because this car is from the 70s and all my spanners are the right sizes. But I've got some bits that should hopefully fit some of the nuts and bolts of this frame. Not all. Close enough that it doesn't matter. There's a reason power tools were invented, and that's the wrong bit. That was a bit of a... Oh, I should have expected that. I honestly expected that to be rusted onto the body, so I didn't try to catch that. But no. Got their tiny bolts. now. I'm blasting all the bolts that need to come out with penetrating fluid, because I guarantee if I don't blast them with penetrating fluid, they're not coming out. God, this stuff stinks. Yeah, so a bit of penetrating fluid in all the screws and nuts, so it'll come out a bit easier, especially that horn. The brake lines are just clipped on, so they should come out pretty easy anyway. Should just have to pull them off from the clips, and then we could sort out that right side overrider, see if we can get that back into shape. And just, you know, this isn't an impact driver, before anybody goes, oh, he's using chrome sockets with chromium, same difference. Sockets without an impact driver. This is just a normal top, just a normal drill set to 2 on the torque setting. Looks like it's going to need a bit of so that's not got enough torque to do it, and I don't want to do it with the impact without the correct socket, so trusty hand tools. So they aren't captive nuts on that, it's just a nut and a bolt. Now I don't have 2 7/16 bits, so I'm going to try this 10mm, see if that'll hold the nut. Or maybe not 10mm. And my nut 12 is going to be far too big. Luckily, luckily the 12mm, even though it's a little bit too big, had enough grip on the nut side to remove it now. Considering that is a tiny bolt, I am going to try and replace all these with hopefully equivalent in a more modern style, so hopefully equivalent metric ones. If not, I'll have to find somewhere that's still going to do hold the different sizes, 7/16, etc. Oh, it's hot. .7/16 extra of bolts, but we're making progress. extension. Nope, that's not that. Wedge it proper. You see, when I got this house, it did not have this back garage door on. We tried to fit a proper one that lifted up, but then realised soon after chiselling the wall out that the initial measurements made by myself was slightly too small. So we cut it in half and turned it into swing doors. But that's even better, because everyone loves swing doors, right? Anyway. The question is, why? Maybe I should bring you in a bit closer. So that's the nut and bolt there. Now, I can't get that from the other side because it's just not, it's not playing ball. So, seeing as it's being horrible to me, I'm going to try getting it from this side with the spanner, and that side with the left side with the spanner, and try and get the ratchet in there to do it. But at least if I get the camera here, you might be able to see what I am doing. Or I might just get my fat hands in the way. Well, I've got lucky with the rain at least, but yeah. That's one bracket off. Bring it over to this side, which is what is for essentially the exact same thing. These might be a bit easier because the nuts are on the inside. Oh, that's not stripped here. Head off these nuts, eh? The problem is the nuts are very tight in the threads because, as you can imagine, they've sat and rusted for God knows how long. Which means they just don't want to come off easy. Even though it's loose as hell from the actual bracket, the rust is holding the nut on. It's all the way to the last thread and it still won't come off. on my wrist. No strength left in my hand after breaking it. I tell you, you'd be surprised that, well, a lot of people won't be, because I'm guessing that, you see, I broke my 5th metacarpal, tripping down the stairs, you know, of all things. And it's my first real break that I've had that's not just been like a finger, you know. Now when I broke my finger, that healed itself like pretty damn fast. Oh, to mention, all the nuts are going in labelled bags. Very important to do that, because otherwise you'll never remember where they go. Well, I suppose I'll have some video footage to show me kind of where they went, but as I said, no strength in this left hand. It might be better for me to hold this spanner. Like that. Yeah, this one's coming. This one's loose enough to come off by hand. Not as much rust on this back one. Just about. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need these, because the horns I've got as replacements are a bit beefier than the originals, just because when I am driving this car, which obviously I don't, you know, compared to a modern day car, it's going to be quite small. I don't want a truck or something to, you know, blindside me, because I'm not going to be able to do 70 on the motorway in this constantly. It's, you know, I think its top speed was about 95 now. They don't have the oomph for that. Let's just know that they go together. So now I've got the 14 back. Half inch is too big, so this will probably be the same size that one took off. Yeah. Oh, 7/16 these. I'm not sure what these front screws are actually for, but they're holding a piece of plastic to the frame. With a metal spring washer. I'm guessing now they probably just used metal spring washers on a lot of the car. So these bolts can go in the same bag as the others, because they look identical. They look absolutely identical to the ones taken out for the horn mount, so okay, so now I'm going to try and remove this busted rear shock that's clearly been absolutely battered at some point, although it probably still compresses. Now it appears to be a 19mm socket on this, which is unusual, but and that came off relatively easy, if I'm being honest. Yeah, rattle guns, best tool ever. And then we'll just, oh, not hammer it out apparently. Oh, okay, that's well serious. So that was seized in, I think, so now we've freed it up a bit. Right, hammer it is. Sometimes they just need a little encouragement. It's coming. Let's hope I don't break this hammer. Maybe spinning it again. That did work. Now, I best not lose this. Although I should have two on the actual car, but that looks like a very difficult bolt to find.